Hey YouTube friends and family, hope everyone's doing well, staying healthy, staying warm. So I am experimenting with another application for recording my screen. This one seems a little bit more refined, has a couple extra features to it. We'll see how she works. Anyway, for now I'm kind of driving along and I figured this is the application I actually use most during the course of my day, so why not do a simple recording while I'm driving. There isn't really like much different I would do compared to when I'm driving anyways. And so this is Trucker's Path. I'm sure 99.9% of you are already using it. One of the biggest advantages is you program your truck into it and it routes you on appropriate highways. Unlike when you try to use Google Maps will take you through neighborhoods and back streets, and it'll take you through places you don't want to go, believe me. If you've ever seen the Swift pictures where there's a truck in the woods, he was probably following Google Maps. This tends to work a little better. I have found it to be a little bit glitchy, but it works. It does what it's supposed to. One of the preferred things I do, if you hit the little magnifying glass over here, it will show you things that are on your route. So you got diesel prices, so that helps you with fuel planning. I typically look at that and then I compare it to Mudflap. I think this application is a little bit biased. It doesn't show every single fuel station, and so there's some cheaper ones in between. You got to dig and scratch to find them though. Then you got parking availability. That comes in handy as you're getting closer to running out of hours and trying to figure out where you're gonna rack up for the night. Wait stations, of course, that one's everyone's favorite. In fact, I think most people that ever heard of this application heard about it because it'll tell you if the scales are open or not. As you can see where I am on the blue dot, I'm heading north and there's one more scale in my path and it appears to be closed. So I can actually zoom that in, select it. I'm trying to select it. Well, like I said, it can be glitchy and it's doing that at this moment. Anyway, so typically what happens there, guys, is you would select it and it would then show you the particulars about that scale, its location, if it's open, and then what its trend has been. I don't run bootleg or overweight or anything like that, and so it doesn't really matter to me if they're open or not. I have learned that the scales that have the weight in motion, basically where they have the scale out on the highway, I've learned that if you keep your tandems under 33, they don't pull you in. And so if you can slide your trailer tandems enough to get them to balance where they're both under 33, I've noticed I don't get pulled in for those. I get the bypass, which is, you know, again, I don't fear being pulled in. I don't fear being inspected. I try to keep everything pretty tight. But it's just the inconvenience of losing the time and you're trying to keep a schedule and you're already limited by a clock. So pulling in is a waste. Anyway, so if we go back to all places, you can kind of select from these that are kind of shaded, you can select what you would like to see from these. And it's kind of neat. So if I wanted to find a rest area, you know, that shows me the rest areas. I can deselect it, or I can select them all. You know, if there's a particular brand I like of truck stop, like your TAs, that'll show me the TAs. Or you can select them all and it lights everything up. That's usually how I run it. I had this off for the sake of showing you guys how the application works. But here you can see I'm kind of putting everything back on. Walmart is one that I tend to add primarily because, you know, it's where I do my shopping. And so that's pretty handy. This is it in its raw form, but I'm currently running it in navigation because it's giving me my turn by turn to get to where I'm going. And so if we look at the top, you know, it's pretty much telling me I continue for 72.2 miles to exit 81. As you can see, there should be 2 lanes there. I'll be exiting to the right. I'll be jumping on the 40 west, and then I'll be taking a left. When I get closer, the screen will split and it'll actually show me which lane I should be in for that particular interaction. Below that, down towards the bottom, you can see the speed limit is 70. My speed had dropped to 55 because traffic slowed a little bit. Now I'm accelerating a bit because I changed lanes. In the center, you can see my vehicle. Below that, you can see which highway I'm on. To the right, there's like a messaging, and then the squiggly line below that will show you like the whole route again. At the very bottom, you can quit this navigation. In the middle, it shows you how much time you have left to get there, and what time you anticipate getting there. It's a pretty good program, except for it does sometimes get glitchy. Every once in a while, I've noticed I need to like just either log out and log back in, or restart the phone and it picks back up again. But overall, it's not bad. Anyway, so just a quick demo. Plus, if you look halfway up the screen to the left-hand side, there's like a half circle in light blue. I'm going to click on that, and that pertains to the screen recorder I'm using. Up at the top, I can hit the pause button and obviously pause the recording. The blue square will stop it. The next one over, get ready, don't be scared. That one allows me to jump in the picture, which is something the old one couldn't do. I don't know that it's an added bonus, kind of scary bonus if you ask me. But, so you can do that, and then I'm trying to select it again and it's not letting me. So then at the very bottom, you got settings. You can change your settings, give it permissions, take away permission, that kind of thing. But it seems to work okay, the screen recorder. I know Tommy Unfiltered will probably ask me what's the name of the application. He's probably going to want to check it out. And of course, I don't remember it at the moment. I'll have to look it up on my on the store, and I'll post it down below. But it seems to work all right. I'll use this later to record a little load bore on Amazon activity once I get to my destination and they get me unloaded. I'm trying to grab another load. I'm trying to grab a load that's in the same town, and it's a decent load. It's only about 650 miles, pays pretty well, but that'll let me move, get my reset in over the weekend, have a delivery for Monday, and I want to say it pays right about $2,000, which isn't bad. And it's not too heavy either. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching.